talking to myself again. That's all right. I get some sense when I'm talking to myself. So for anybody who's watching this live stream later, my camera's dirty. 1 second. It seems to be. I've got a fingerprint smudge over it. How's that? See my full ugliness. So progress so far. There's been quite a bit of progress here actually. And I'm going to show you. Now it's evening time at the moment, so it's getting dark, and I'm just trying to find my glasses. Just throw a bit of wood on so I can see what's going on. Hold on 1 second. There we go. Now I can see if anybody actually comes online or not, if I'm interestingly enough. So anyway, I'll turn around and show you what's been going on. So if you watched my last live stream, you would see that at least I think I showed that big wall going up with the window, which I'll show you now. That's that one there is up and completed. Well, it's not completed. There's a lot of work to go in yet, but it's up anyway. The very bones of the frame are up. There's a lot of inner workings to do, stud work. And now we've got this kitchen wall up. This is the front entrance. Well, it's a second front entrance. It's also the exit to the terrace. So on here, there's also a lot of work to go in. There's like 2 or 3 timbers to go in there. There's 2 or 3 there. There's the window stud work to go in there. A lot of stud work to go in there. I've cut these boards approximately to size, just to give me a stable platform. But again, there is what they call reiki, or spaces to go on the wall before the final finish, and those are 25mm. So, and then the final finish, and I'm not sure what size it's going to be yet, so these will have to be trimmed up later at some point. But that's basically how they're going to be. Of course, all these boards have to have all the bark removed. You can see there's bark on them there. All that's going to be done. They are sprayed up, but all that bark has to be removed and they have to be cleaned up. But they are only basically spaces. Hello, whoever's come online. You can see now, I'll go back now. So this kitchen wall's done. The kitchen is now practically set up, other than stud work. There's obviously stud work around that window there to do. The sclad, or I'm not sure what you would call that. It's kind of where the boiler's going to go, and a kind of place where you would put like spare things like mixers and kitchen utensils, spare stuff like that. And in Russia, of course, preserves. So my missus makes preserves, like, you've got your salted what's that? Salted cucumbers. So they go in jars, and that'll probably go into this place here, which is going to be the sclad, which we've now finished almost. There's a piece of timber to go in there yet, but I've actually run out. I only had a small amount of 100 by 50s, and so there's one piece to go in there yet. But I'll probably just chop a piece of 50 by 150 down and stick it in there. It's only one piece. So that's sclad done. Thank you for the like. And this is what the sclad will be. This is finished almost. That wall's basically done, apart from that piece in there and this doorway. Again, chuck the boards down, but they're not fixed down or anything. They're only temporarily down to give me a stable platform. They'll actually be, before we leave for the winter, these will be removed and stacked and covered up. So that when snow comes, it'll go straight through, because we're not putting the roof on this year. This place here is where the instant hot water gas boiler will go, which is right on the wall there. That's the plan for that. And there'll be a window right here for ventilation. So kind of separated off from the house. I don't like gas in the house. To me, it's kind of scary. I had a friend die from carbon monoxide poisoning when I was a kid. and his mother. Sorry, his father, his mother. I think their baby daughter survived. So to me, it's always been a scary thing. So it's going in here, out the way, with ventilation to the window, and a door will be going here as well to separate it off, and with a carbon monoxide detector put in. We're not having gas cooking. We're going to be on electric only. Don't want gas in the rest of the house. It's literally for the hot water and central heating in there. In here, we're going to have, so the kitchen cupboards will go from around there, and probably the fridge in the corner, something like that, if you can imagine, with a window here and sink under there. That is also another window out onto the terrace, and a door there. That'll be that finished up nicely. Hello, Jackie. This central wall I got done as well, so that's all basically complete. There's a little bit of work to go in. There's some stud work, and there's about another 3 or 4 pieces to go in here, and that is where basically, if you look at the centre of the house, you've got piles that run. I'll show you here. Piles that run right across there, right across the centre of the thing, and that is what they call the ridge of the roof. So here you'll have an extra timbers in there to give it support to the roof, and then in there and there and further on. So there's quite a lot of timber work to go in there yet before that's ready. In here there's going to be, this is the guest room or living room, whatever you want to call it, and then I can see somebody right. Make it V. Don't know what that says. V. Then you've got the master bedroom there, which would be our bedroom, which is in there, and there'll be a central wall in here. There's actually a big wall going in here. This is there's 2 lots of Costina or diagonal bracing going in here, big V shape, very important wall. It's a support wall for the roof. So that's kind of next where I'm looking at going. Over there's going to be a window. You see, I've left the space for it, and there's quite a bit of stud work to go in there. I did a little bit over there with the connecting walls. Through here will be the tambour or entrance hallway, which will go. We're trying to fall through the foundation, which will go in here. That's the doorway there, and I did make a mistake and I put an extra piece in there that's got to be removed because the door is actually too low. It's one of my mistakes. There's plenty of mistakes, I'm not telling you them all. So that's got to be done. That's got to be removed. Easy job. And then there's a wall going in here, if you can imagine, and then a wall going down there. Toilet is there, bathroom over there, and there's a wall going here, which I don't have the timber for. And then if you can imagine here, so this is the master bedroom, if you can imagine, quite big. That's the centre wall, and then through there, that thing there will be a kind of slidey door that you put on. Hello, bro. Hello, boss. And that'll go through into garderobe, or garderobe, what would you call that in English? Walk-in wardrobe. Walk-in wardrobe will go in there. So that'll be there, quite a big walk-in wardrobe, and the bathroom behind it. Guest bedroom over there with a tambour, and so that's it basically. That's where I'm up to. Quite a lot of work. It is now, I think, on working days where I've actually had full working days, take a bit of time off for rain and that. It's taken me so far 31 days of work, minus on this season. Last season I put in the foundation and the Aviasca. Aviasca took 4 days, and the foundation itself took me 2 days, roughly. So 6 days on that, and then 31 days on this framework here. So we're not doing bad. I think we're okay so far. For one person alone, the wife is helping. She helps lift some of the walls up, but she does have a bad back. She got run over as a child. She didn't break her back, but she certainly put. She had a spinal injury for a while. I think she was like 4 years in and out of hospital with that spinal injury. So I'm very, very careful about what she can lift. So the walls have to go up, but most of them I do myself. She gives a lift occasionally, but like I say, I'll leave out the It'd be great if like I had 2 blokes or 3 blokes here. You can put the wall up with all the windows in and all the form working. It'll be great, but it's impossible. I can't live with these walls on my own. Even if the wife was helping me, putting all the form work in they'd be horrendously heavy, so can't do it. That one thing there's a video coming up on that one eventually, but I didn't capture it on video. Basically, across the way there, they're having some, if you were around the back of the house, they're covering the top half of that house in siding, and there's 2 guys working there, and they offered to give me a hand, and between those 2 guys, me and the wife help as well, we lifted that thing up into position. It was mighty heavy, but unfortunately I had no choice in some of the stud working to go in there, because obviously you can't put that in later, like with 3 beams in the middle, and then I had to get the diagonal from the windows, the diagonal and from the corners. So massive job that. There's a lot of work to go into that yet. Hopefully by the next live stream, I'm hoping that I'll have this centre wall up and I'll have started the stud work. I've got some in there, a bit over there and a bit there. I'm hoping to get all this stud work in here done right through to here and start on that window, depending on how much timber I've got left. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with that, but I don't know. But if you're new to this my live stream or new to my channel, this is a town called Staraya Russa, and it's part of Novgorod Oblast, and it's a very, very beautiful place. Here is there's 2 houses there. That's a guy who lives. His wife died last year. He's an old guy living on his own. He's in Siberia for 10 days at the moment, so there's nobody there. And that they're doing renovations. They're not living there, and they're planning on only being there in the summer, not being there in the winter. So there's just basically us and the old guy. That's it. There's nobody else living here. There's no other houses here, so it's very nice. It's very quiet, peaceful. We've got the main road going down there, you see, but it's kind of that road there goes straight to Ilmen, Lake Ilmen, which is a massive lake between here and Velika Novgorod. And so there's a little bit of traffic, but it's like car an hour kind of thing. You know what I mean? It's virtually nothing. You don't hear it. The other side, there's a train station. This train station is over that direction somewhere. There's a train comes at night and a train comes in the morning. At first, when we were here, we were like, "My God, what's that? The earth's shaking!" You know, this train. And then we realised it's a train, and now we can't hear it. You just can't hear it. So, kind of, you get used to it, don't you? If you live next to the roads, or there's another car goes. Evening time, you get a little bit of traffic here. Not traffic, but you get a little bit more. You get like one every 20 minutes or one every 10 minutes, one car, because they go down to the lake for fishing, and then in the evening they bring the boats back again, so you get a little bit of traffic. But yeah, I'm very happy with progress so far. I've got this bit done. I'm very, very happy. A lot of work to do yet. I'm hoping the timber, there's not that much timber left now, but I'm hoping it will do the inside here, that bit there, and the bathroom wall. I do not have the timber for. It's 100 by 50s, so probably we'll see what's left there. I may cut some of that down, rip it down to 100 by 50s and do that bathroom, or make the bathroom wall out of 150s, one or the other. I really don't want to order stuff in, but we'll see what happens. If you're new to frame housing, or have never seen frame housing in Russia, I'll show you a few of the things if you've not seen them before, if you've not seen my live streams. If you've got outside walls, between the walls you should have this insulation where the walls join together. It's called djutovi utiplitel, and that stops drafts coming in. And also between the wall and the floor, again, I don't know if I can show you here. There's a little bit showing there, but not much. But basically, between the wall and the floor, you should have that in, and that, it's what they call a topler contour, so the warm contour of the house. Inside the house, you don't need it between the walls. You don't need insulate them, fine, for noise purposes more than anything else. But other than that, there is no requirement internally. You can see it there, the insulation. And between it, what I did, because Mummy and I had to cut the walls into pieces to make them lighter to lift, and so I got a piece there, that's 2, there's 3, there's 4, there's 5 pieces in that wall there alone. And so what I've done, when I've split the walls into pieces, I found a convenient place in the drawings where it would join. So where that diagonal bracing finishes, I put a joint in there, but insulated again. You can see the insulation there. And then joined it again there where that convenient place is, and then there again. I've done that all over in convenient places, but that insulation is absolutely vital. See a lot of frame housing going up now, and there's not a sign of it. There's some very famous YouTubers who are building a house in Russia here. I'm not mentioning any names, but I was watching their walls go up and I was thinking, where's your insulation between the wall and the floor? Your house is going to be freezing. Well, they've no idea because they've not got any experience in Russia of building, you know. So, but yeah, that insulation is vital, like, between any outside wall and inside. So you got this. I've got it in there. Look, you can see against that one. Can't see it there, but you can see it in there, between there, in here, between this bit of wall and this bit of wall. You can see it. And between the floor and the wall, everywhere. Then, once that's done, then there's something what they call a verchnia biaska, which is the top plate in English, I believe. So there's 2 top plates going on here. So you've got like 150 by 50s, and then you've got another layer to go on top of that, and another layer on top of that. On the outside, on the top of the contour, the warm contour, that has to have that insulation between each layer. And then on top of that goes the ceiling, which goes kind of, these are going that way on, and the ceiling goes on that way on, same as the floor. And again, that has to have that insulation in there between the 2. Otherwise, drafts come sailing through, you're just heating the outside, heating the street, you know. So, very, very important. Hello from Russia. Hello, I'm in Russia as well. Hello from Russia, привет. So, which part of Russia, Kasha, which part of Russia are you in? This here is Staraya Russa, which is Novgorod Oblast, if you didn't know. I'm not sure what part you're in. So that's the work so far I've done. I think we're doing pretty okay. If you're late to the show, not really show, it's a live stream. If you're late here, building this on my own, with my own hands. There's no helpers apart from the wife who's helping me lift some of the walls into position. I explained earlier that she had a childhood injury, a back injury, and I'm very careful about what she can lift up. So, Moscow region, Moscow, it's a different planet. This is, I don't know how much you pay for a plot in Moscow, but here, this place here, which is, I'll show you, which is 15 sotok. This costs me 100,000 rubles, 100 000 for this here. Here we have central gas, we have 3-phase electric, and we have central water. The water part actually runs on my side of the road. It runs just along there, under the ground. So I've been told. I'm not dug it up and found it, but there it is. So yeah, I absolutely love this town. I love this place. Just 2 houses here, just that old guy there, and they're doing a renovation. That's only going to be a summer place. They're not going to live there in winter. And yeah, this is my beautiful uchastic. Yep, 100 000 in rubles. Yes, in rubles. This land here is category is EGS, but it's you get it on. Basically, there was a scheme for young couples, young families, and they could have the land they can have the land under rental scheme for 50 years. But the agreement is that if you build a house on that, then you register it a substance, so you own the land then. And it costs something like 7,000 rubles for the documents. That's all it is. So you buy it under rental scheme. You get it under rental scheme, and then you register it as your own once you build a house. So that's what we're doing. We've got this now under rental for 50 years, and once this house is finished and registered, then it'll be registered in my name and it'll be ours permanently. So that's how it kind of works. It's a cheap way of doing it. There's actually this is all. I can take a little walk here if anybody wants to see. These are all building plots, if you can imagine. If that is a building plot there, right there. It was a building plot. The scheme is actually finished now. So that program for young couples is now finished. It finished last year. So we just got in there, although we got it off somebody. But there is an uchastok, a building plot, and these are all building plots here. So apparently, what the guys, the neighbour said that people have come to look at these plots. They've come down here, took one look, and turned around and left. Because if you were to get that plot there, one, there's no road access, and two, there's no electric, no water, and no gas. So you can imagine it's giving you that kind of thing. What do you do? So basically, it's left and nobody's using it. And it will probably ever be used now. But I've got my own plan. This land here behind here is again same thing, building plots, but nobody's again. We had. For those who don't know, we had a German war trench running through from our land from up here somewhere. I'm sure it's all filled in now, but this town was really, really flattened by the fascist Nazi forces of Germany, and they left a trench here running from here across the whole land, and the German trench ran. Well, it was anti-tank ditch kind of thing, so they built it up on both sides and left two trenches, and it ran all the way down to this corner down here. Right, it runs sort of under the foundation about here somewhere. It wasn't very deep, it was built up, and you can see, if you look over there, there's like a half moon shape in the ground, and that's where the rest of the banking went. We had it obviously filled in and levelled off twice. But that's where the German trench was running through here. There's a German bunker right there on the corner in the woods there. There's another one there. There's another one over there, and there's another 4 in the field over there. That one's complete there, that German bunker, and that one's completely demolished. And we think there's possibly another German bunker here somewhere. I found a piece of it, but we don't know yet. Got to find out. The German trenches that were here. There's another one. There's another this land here behind here, which is now forested. It's supposed to be a building plot, but you can imagine. There's another German anti-tank ditch that runs right from there somewhere. I'm not sure where, and it runs right through there, right down to the end of there. So like you got one anti-tank ditch, then a second anti-tank ditch that runs there, and there's a bit of bunker. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Where did you spring up from? Oh yeah, live stream. Oh, she's a bit rotten. Whoa, Parasina, I think. So the German trench that runs, anti-tank ditch that runs right down there. So you can imagine there's a bit of bunker here somewhere. Where is it? There's a bit of bunker here somewhere. Where is it? There it is. There's a bit of block of bunker there. And the actual fact, my, what do you call it, bridge into the land is also part of the German bunker. Oh, another 2. What's going on here? He must have popped up today. Another two there, look. Oh, we've got mushrooms coming up. Hurrah! I must still be chuffed. We knew this is a prime mushroom spot for mushroom pickers, by the way. So I'll get them in a minute. Yeah, I forgot what I was saying now. Yeah, there's a German bunker right there beside that house there on the left-hand side, and apparently there's an older guy living here who was a child when these things were destroyed, and he said all the mines that were dug up from here were put into that bunker there, and then that bunker was blown up with the mines, and I think possibly that piece of bunker may have come from there. I think it might, as it went off, it probably flew over here somewhere. I think so, probably. And that's my entranceway to my land. We found this piece of concrete on the side here when we had it cleared up, and I think that is part of one of the bunkers. These big, massive concrete blocks. The bunker in the field over there is made out of these kind of things, these concrete blocks like that. So it's exactly the same. So we've got a bit of bunker as our most, our bridge into the land. But yeah, it's an interesting place. It's full of history. We had one mine come up when we had the land cleared. Well, half a mine. The top got skimmed off and the rest, and it kind of spread yellow explosive all over the ground here. The rest of it we never found. It's still there somewhere. But, it's a lovely place, it's absolutely gorgeous. I want to get that plot there behind us. I want to take that plot. I'm going to see if I can get it off the administrator. The scheme's finished now, but I think hopefully I can get that on a rental term for 50 years. This plot behind us, the rent on these plots is 200 rubles or 250 rubles per 3 months. So it's like 75 rubles a month or something, whatever that is. So hopefully we're going to get this plot behind us as well. I'll step on those mushrooms. That's the plan, hopefully, maybe. You see, I've started clearing some of it out here, because if you don't clear this land, one, it's a fire risk, and two, it's full of mosquitoes. So I'll just take it down here and show you what. I'm only doing this slowly because I'm obviously building that place. I haven't got the time to go clearing the whole forest, but I cleared this bit here, which is very nice now, and yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous here now. And it didn't take long to clear, actually. I'm leaving all the I'm just clearing out the rubbish and just leaving the forest clear. And that's where the other German tank ditch or trench goes. It runs up there. It runs up there somewhere, and it runs right up there. A bit of history. I absolutely love this place. It's a lovely place to live. We really don't want to go back to St. Petersburg this time. We're sort of umming and ahhing when to go back. I think once all the timbers, we've run out of timber. If we've got time, if the weather doesn't turn too cold, probably we will buy a bit more timber up and do a bit more. I would like to get the ceiling in this year. The sun's going down over there. I don't know if you can see this. This happens to be one of those places, kind of a scenic view. And I'll show you, it's exactly where the sun goes down on this road. And I'll show you, I've got to watch the dogs. Don't follow me out onto the main road. But I'll show you. People have to come down here to take photos because of the beautiful sunset that comes here. It just happens to fall. The sun sits up here all day, by the way, and then goes around, and this is where it finally comes down here. And you can see it's absolutely gorgeous here. That's where the sun, every evening you get this. It's absolutely, that's my van, by the way. Scabby old sobble. That's where the sun goes down. Hey, Archik! That's where the sun goes down. Right over there. And you get this view every evening. It's absolutely beautiful. It's just one of those beautiful places where the sun comes. If you walk up that way a little bit and you catch across the view across there, it is absolutely beautiful. I'll show you this road here, this Almain Road. Cars do come down here at some speed, but there's not many. It's kind of one every 20 minutes. Evening time's a bit more because people are going down to collect their boats from the lake, which is Lake Ilmen, which is down there. So another one going. Get after about 8 or 9 o'clock, you don't get a single thing down here. It's absolutely silence. But yeah, this is the that's the town there, 1 kilometre away from the town, and about 12 kilometres from Lake Ilmen, which is down there. As you can see, the roads are absolutely gorgeous. This was repaired 2 years ago. All the roads in the town have been repaired now. There's a few videos about Stare Russa on YouTube, and they're showing all the beaten up roads and how bad it is. Well, they've all been repaired now, every one of them. And you can see, even down here, apart from our road. Come on, you. Jackie. Come on. Jackie. Don't worry. Yeah, the sun is, you see where the sun shines down here onto our land. It's just absolutely, it's just a beautiful place, this. It's absolutely gorgeous. And so you can see our house, they'll be there. And if you go down here, I'll take you for a little walk here. I've never done this on live stream before to show you this place, but I will show you today because it's a lovely evening and it's bright and that. So I'll show you down here. This is the road that runs nowhere except to a pond at the end. There's kind of a lake here. This whole area here is full of lakes, and this one here is kind of our lake. It's about 100 and something meters down here. As you can see, these are all these are supposed to be building plots. Can you imagine somebody you get given a building plot and you come down and you get that? Yeah, well, you can see why people just turn around and left. Shut up, you. That is a building plot. Can you imagine the amount of work you would have to do to bring that into to be able to even work on there? The amount of work you would have to do, even getting access to bring materials, and you've got to start building a road. And the same on this side. You know, this is actually when we got our plot, it looked very similar to this. It took me 10 days just to clear the trees out. Not the tree. Well, it was undergrowth. It wasn't even trees. We left the trees alone. Yeah, all this is building plots. Can you imagine getting that? You're a young couple and they say, here's your plot. You can have this for 50 years. Like, oh my God. And so that's why nobody's took them. Nobody wants to invest in a road. Even to bring electric down, it would be a nightmare. But that's exactly what you get. I can imagine very, very, very. And there's the other side. These are all building plots that nobody's ever going to take. And that side, well, you can come and get them. You could come and get one of these plots now under a rental scheme, and then build a house on it, and then register it as your own. You could do that. But like I said, there's no road here. There's no road. There's no electric. There's no gas. And there's no water. It is very much balota. Here, so you can imagine you'd have to import a lot of soil to bring it up to any kind of level where you could use it. And same on this side, it would just be horrendous to do it. And that's why young couples have, apparently the last couple who came down here came down saying, yeah, we're going to build a road, we're going to do this and we're going to that. Never seen again. Most of them have been, neighbour said a few couples have been down here when the scheme was running and just walked in and turned around and gone back again and never to be back again. That's just an empty field, nothing in there. But if you actually cleared this little walkway down here this year already. Bolshevik, this all has to be cleared away. These are horrible plants and they have to be removed, dangerous things. So I did clear this little pathway down here so we can get access. And if you come down here, I'll just show you what we've got. This is about 100 meters from the house, 110 meters. Here you've got a big pond here, which is very, very nice. Again, very, very overgrown. Nobody's using it for anything. There's not even anybody coming here to fish, nothing. This is one of many here, actually. There's this one. This is about 100 meters from there to there, this pond. There's another one directly beyond, and another one directly beyond that, and over there. It's kind of, this whole area is basically what they were doing. There was a pottery works here at one time, and they were digging the clay from here, and it's left these big pools. That's because it's not very deep, it's only about 2 meters apparently. But the new next neighbour said he would like to clear this out and make a little place to picnic and that. So whether they will or not, I don't know. But I intend to at least clear this away a bit, and so we can get access to it and what have you, and get it cleared up a bit. That's a project for later on. Jackie Attic! God knows where they've run off to. There's actually all kinds of ducks and things come and live on that pond. It's gorgeous. It's lovely. We actually cleared away a bit down last year, down that way, to get access to it. And this year, with this build, I haven't had the chance to do it. So, but yeah, that's the field. That's the town way over there, kilometre over there. The nearest neighbours to this are about a kilometre down there, and about half a kilometre that direction. There's a little settlement. Half a kilometre, maybe a bit more, maybe a kilometre down that way. So yeah, so this is not a building plot. This one. This was actually there was a cow virus, and they buried a lot of the cows here. So it's kind of a burial place for cows. It was. So yeah, that's these plots. If you're looking for a cheap plot, then you're welcome to come and try and get one of these and live here. But it's a hell of a lot of work to do it. I would be reluctant about taking one of these plots on, just for the simple fact that there's no road, there's no access road. There's this, that's it. You can imagine trying to get a truck down here to bring in timber and stuff. It would be a hell. I don't know how you'd do it. You'd have to seriously invest money into this, and when you consider that they will give you a plot somewhere else far easier, you know, what you're going to take, the answer's simple, and you take the plot with it's easier, you know. But yeah, that's as it is. If you were to take a plot down here, we were lucky with our plot right by the road, and it had been partially cleared at one point, and basically the big trees had been removed, most of them, and this brush was left behind. But the guy who'd done it, the original owner, didn't actually know the coordinates of the plot. He just guessed it roughly where they were. So part of it wasn't even on that land. It was at the front of the land. There's a little piece there. It cleared that away. So it wasn't even in the right area that it was clearing. It was one of the first things I had done was get the plot markers put in, so I knew exactly where it was. But, exhausted now. You see the sun. Look at that gorgeous sunset over there. There's not many places in the world to get that. Absolutely love this place. Absolutely adore it. There's nowhere nicer. If anybody's interested, I'll show you. The German bunker that was blown up is right in there. And the other German bunker that's full, that hasn't been destroyed, I'll give you a quick look at this. I'm not going over there because it's all overgrown, and I have absolutely no intention of clearing it out. It's nothing to do with me, and basically the glorification. If I was to be seen to be clearing up that bunker, it's a German bunker, it would be glorifying the Germans, and it's a big no-no. It's a big taboo here, not to be done. So it'll just sit and rot for all I care. I've got better things to do, but it's right. I don't know if you can see it, but it's right there, right in the undergrowth there. That's one German. That's the other German bunker, and another one. The other third one is over there, and 4 over there in the field. There's two are sort of smashed in there, and another 2 over there. Not sure what state they're in, and I think possibly another one at the back here somewhere that I've not found yet. But yeah, that's the view of the plot from here. That's kind of how it'll look. How land runs from down here right over to that corner there. It's 50 metres across, 30 metres wide. So it's not exactly 15 Sotok, it's like 14.9 something, or 14.8 something, almost. But that's the progress so far, that's where it is. And winter's coming, you see the leaves are going yellow, and it's getting dark now. I've got some more work to do, so I'm going to end this live stream. I hope you enjoyed this little tour this time. I certainly enjoyed doing these live streams. I think it's I'm producing the videos as well, but this is kind of not scripted, you know. I've not got a script to run on. Well, the video's not scripted either, but certainly with the videos I'm producing that are releasing every week, hopefully, the videos I have to think about camera position and all kinds of things like that, you know, because the sun comes up right here and it sits there and then it goes down there. So you can imagine if I'm trying to film that there, I'm kind of moving the camera over out the sun. It's kind of, you know, I've not got a professional team with me doing the filming for me, unlike some people. There are certain YouTube channels where they're pretending to be off-grid and things like this. A lot of old rubbish. Or they're saying they're building a house and they're not building a house, building their house. They're not doing it themselves, are they? This is actually me doing it. There is nobody else to help in. So at least the one thing I can say is that I'm being honest with you. I'm not putting out clickbait for you to click on to see something that's imaginary off-grid. Off-grid places, or a certain YouTuber has put he's bought an old Dacia and he's doing it up and he's claiming it's off-grid and blah blah blah, and it's abandoned for the last 10 years, but the lawns are perfectly manicured and all the rest of it. Yeah, okay, you're not gonna get none of that clickbait stuff here. I'm only showing you exactly what I'm doing as it is, including my mistakes of that wall there. And if you didn't know, if you've not seen the videos, well, it's not out yet actually. If you didn't see the live stream, that piece there was, I replaced it there. That was another mistake. The timber was very much bowed, and I thought, well, when I put the wall up, it'll bring it into level. It'll be okay. And when I put it up, no way. We just could not bring this wall level. It just wouldn't move into position. So I actually took that last piece out there and replaced it. You see, it's not quite connected. It's not got nailed at the top there. So once I've got some more inner stuff done, and I go to put the top bit on, then that'll be getting fixed in position properly. And there's actually a wall going. If you can imagine where that's going there, there's a small wall that runs across here to there, to this centre, then a bigger wall up there, and then a small wall down here, and then a beam that runs from there. That place is left. They'll run right back to this wall here. A big beam will go in there, and this is going to be an open ceiling. So there's no ceiling in here. It's straight to the roof. So it'll be all very much open and panelled, and then the rest of the house is going to be ceilings. So that's that kind of way we planned it. It gives it a big open space to live in, you know. But anyway, I'm waffling. I hope you enjoyed this little tour. I will do another live stream in a few more days once I've got that wall up. Probably we'll see how. I'll do another live stream once I get some proper progress. I'm not just going to give you a live stream every day for nothing, showing you what I've put one nail in today, or whatever. So anyway, hope you enjoyed it. So it's good night from me in Stara Russa, and I'll see you again in the next live stream.